Welcome to SmashingBloke.com. Here is SmashingBloke. We're in love with cryptocurrency and all of that good stuff. So what's going on today? 17th of September 2018. Let's take a look. Wow, the markets are green. It's been a good weekend. It's been a great weekend. Sun was shining, people were out there having fun. But most of all, the markets were green. Wow. Okay. Today, SmashingBloke wants to talk to you about Civic. Civic is a personal identity verification protocol that leverages DLT, distributed ledger technology. Civic aims to give you a better way to manage your identity. Before I do that though, let's take a quick look at the market and see exactly where we are at this point in time. Okay. 17th of September 2018, time check, 09:20 a.m. Market cap currently listed at $201 billion, with a 24-hour trade volume of $10 billion. Bitcoin is currently listed at $6,492, with a market dominance of 55.5%. Best performer in the last 24 hours was Aurora, up 73.47%, and is now trading at 0.03 cents. Aurora, by the way, had an all-time high of 0.06 cents in July 2018. Okay, let's talk about Civic. So why Civic? Civic is aiming for a safer, cheaper, much more efficient identity verification method for individuals and clients around the world. I mean, how many times have you been through the KYC process, know your customer process, and it takes days and sometimes weeks. You have to scan this and scan that and send this in and take pictures of this or that. I mean, you must admit it's a bit challenging. What Civic wants to do is give you the ability to verify who you are very easily via the Civic app. Imagine it being easy for you to easily verify where you live, where you work, how much you earn, and so on and so forth. Imagine it being easy to easily verify you. So how are they doing this? Well, Civic is built on the Ethereum platform. Civic uses smart contracts for data attestation and for the management of payments. Civic has three types of entities: users, validators, and service providers. Users register with Civic and use the app, the platform, to verify who they are as and when needed. Validators verify identities for the network and for service providers. These can be banks, exchanges, and stuff like that. The user only submits the relevant data from the Civic app that validates a contract. Smart contracts act as third parties for transactions and provide validators with the identity data that allows them to hash it onto the network, onto the blockchain. A service provider can be a validator. Validators will also require information from sources such as public records and other such centralized services currently out there. A validator can sell verified information to other service providers who want to buy this information on behalf of a certain user. This data is exchanged for CVC. CVC is the Civic ERC20 token. The Secure Identity app, which is required if you want to use Civic, encrypts information using a private key from a third-party wallet. This provides a buffer between Civic and its users. Civic does not store personal data on the blockchain, but stores attestations of this data for reference purposes. This ensures the owner of the data has control over their own data, but also allows the validator to ensure the data's authenticity. The Civic app manages all front-end interaction, while the back-end is covered by the service providers and the validators who carry out functions like attestation and KYC confirmations. The Civic platform uses biometrics to authenticate users. So who's working on this? Let's take take a look. Well, as you can see, pretty strong team or pretty strong leadership, you could say. Vinny used to run something called Gift. He has some pretty strong business skills. It also seems to be a lot of banking skills. So yeah, it's a pretty okay team. If you want to do more with Civic, do some research of your own, look into the players, make sure you're happy, make sure you're comfortable with the proposition and the team and so on and so forth. Okay, so when do we see all this good stuff? Let's take a look. Well, as you can see, full production release of identity.com, the Civic Secure Identity Management Platform, has been moved from Q3 to Q4, but I think it goes into full production in Q2 2019. So what does SmashingBloke think about Civic? I love Civic. I think it's an amazing proposition. I think the fact that you're easily able to verify who you are is such a great, I think it's just great. I think it's just great. SmashingBloke out. If you like what SmashingBloke does, give us some likes and subscribe. SmashingBloke, peace.